Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
To open the hood release cable is located down on the driver's side in the knee area. It's right here. It's clearly indicated with a hood open. Safety latch is located in the center of the symbol. You push it over to the driver's side, lift it up. The hood rod is clearly indicated with an arrow. I'm going to take this plastic body clip off. It's just a snap clip. And then this metal one, using a Phillips screwdriver. There's duplicates on the other side, so I'm just going to go over there and do the same over here. We raised the vehicle now to show you the rest of the video on how to take the bumper off. I raised it so it's an easier view for you guys. We're going to start inside the driver's fender well. There's two clips. This one's missing, and there's one there. Just a little Phillips. Sometimes these plastic clips, they get sand in them and they don't come out, so you have to pry them out with a tool. I'm lucking out on these. And we'll move over to the passenger side, do the same. Here, this is what I'm talking about. The plastic actually gets stripped from the sand that's in there, so you just have to force it out. It's not really that big of a deal, it's plastic. We got one more here. Sometimes you have to hold the plastic base. Okay, now we're ready to raise it all the way up. On this particular car, someone's been in here before trying to reinforce the undercarriage splash shield. So they have a lot of aftermarket hardware. There's various from 13mm sockets to 8 Phillips screwdrivers. So it's your vehicle, if it's factory, are different sizes. And if you've done some repairs or you have a used vehicle, you might have different sizes. So it all varies. I'm going to finish taking the splash shields, the fender well splash shields off both sides. So we need to get up inside the fender well to get the bumper bolts out. And then there's 3 over here. Now I can disconnect any connectors that mount to the bumper before I pull it out. Sorry. There we go. That's the harness for the sensor and the fog lights. And then I've got to come over this side, do the same. So I've got to disconnect the harness for the fog light. Disconnecting the harness that goes to the fog lights assembly. Someone broke the clip, so someone put a wired plastic tie. And now we've got the harnesses disconnected from the bumper. I'm going to lower it. So up in here is one bolt on each side. It's an 8mm socket. This will disconnect the side of your bumper cover on the fender well. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So you run your hand down the fender well, feel where that clip, that screw was that we just took out, and you're going to pull outward. And same with the passenger side. And then down in here in the middle, there are two clips that are holding the bumper on. Now raise them up. And then you can pull your bumper away. Removing the passenger side headlight assembly. It's a 10mm socket. There's 4 mounting bolts total on this, 2 10mm and 2 Phillips. So I'm going to do the bolts first. You have one on the top, and the other one is hidden inside this plastic bracket. And there's a difference between the bolts. You have the elongated bolt that is going to be in the front, and the one on the top has this, what you'll see, a spacer sleeve, and that is to fill the void of the plastic, so it holds it down tight. Now we have the one metal Phillips screw in here. It's down the bottom. Kind of worried that was going to be frozen in there. It's New England. Back that out. Then we have one plastic one on the top. So our last bolt is a 10mm over here, down by the washer tank. Now we can grab the headlight assembly firmly and just pull it out. And you'll see all the connections you got. You have the running lights, high beams, and turn signal blinker marker. For some reason they want you to disconnect the electrical connector first. Push down on the tab and push it out. There we go. This one is, tab is up on the top and the side. You've got 2 tabs, one here and one there. So you squeeze it and wiggle that off. And this one is one single little tab. And there we go. And there is our headlight assembly. First thing I'm going to disconnect is the hose to the reservoir. I'm going to use a old washer fluid container so I can just catch it right there. Instead of standing here for 2 hours, I built a hose with a bolt in it, and I'm going to cap it off. And now I can remove the reservoir. First thing I'm going to do is, this is the washer tank pump, so that's your washer pump. I'm going to disconnect it. Squeeze on that tab, push it in, and lift it out. There is a little body clip here for the harness. Squeeze the ears in the back, push it out. Those are the ears I just squeezed with the pliers like that. Now that's out of the way. We have 1, 2 mounting screws, 10mm socket. There's one. Two. I'm gonna just dismount the washer hose, and then I'm gonna pull in the reservoir. Might have to get a flat screwdriver and pry that out. I'm gonna use my body tool. It's nice and flat. Oh, I see one more. There's one more clip up here on the top. I'm gonna lower it so I can see it. There's one last mounting screw. It's right here. So we're gonna go through the fender well. It's a 10mm socket. It's up there. I can see it. Right there. Yep, you get the light. I'm gonna break that, just back that all the way out. Take that bolt all the way out. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to pull it, slide it right out. And there's our washer tank. To take the pump out, it's got a rubber bushing in here, so you just keep twisting and pull at the same time. And there's your washer pump. To reinstall, if you buy a new pump, hopefully the bushing comes separately with it. If it comes attached, I would remove it. I'm going to put the washer in first. Make sure it's seated all the way around. And now I can just push this in. Line it up. And we're ready for reassembly. For reassembly, we have a guide here on the power steering reservoir. You see that little tab? It's going to go in, up and slide in that. Put the stud on the front. Push that on. There we go. And now we can mount I'm going to mount the side bolt, the nut, and then I'm going to put that last bolt in. Not going to tighten it down yet because I want to make sure I get that back bolt in all the way. Bring your hand up in the fender well. Once again, it's a 10mm socket. It's clear to tighten everything up now. All the bolts and nuts are on. Going to reattach my hose. That went through this little clip here. Push it onto the washer tank nipple. Then I had the connector for the washer pump. Click it down and put that body clip back on there. I'm going to refill my washer tank reservoir. Pull the cap out. I like to do this before I put the bumper back on. That way I can check for any leaks. Make sure that hose didn't crack by accident or the washer pump seal is holding. Put my cap back on. Check for leaks. Everything's nice and dry. I'm ready to go. Now we're ready to reassemble the headlight assembly. So I'm going to plug in all my connectors. Make sure I hear them all click into place. Then the end unit. Okay. I can bring it, line it up. Perfect. Get my mounting bolts. Remember I had the one bolt with that sleeve on it. It's going to go right here on the top. I'm going to put my plastic push clip in. And put in my other 3 mounting bolts. The one with the Phillips. And the 2 10mm. And one on the side. Double check my Phillips screw now that I've got everything tight. Yep. Put the last one in. Now a reverse procedure to reassemble the bumper. Bring it up to the level. Put these 2 front clips in. They just push down. I'm gonna work my way over to the passenger side. See how they go? You've got three clips there. 1, 2, and 3. You want the bumper on the top of them, and then push in. Do the same on the driver's side. Line those clips up. Push in. I'm going to install my top bolts that I took out in the beginning. Same process over here. We have 2 plastic push pins. And then one on the other side. Now we're gonna. Now we have our 2 screws that go up on the fender. Line that up. And while that's tightening, you want to line your fender up with your bumper here. So let's pull that out just a smidge. Back off on it before I tighten it down. Pull that out. There we go. Now we'll go to the other side, do the same thing. This side, when it came to me, it was missing the bottom one. So I'm going to see if I have a replacement for it. There we go. Put it up. Now we can reconnect our electrical from down below. This had a clip that goes right through here. I hope I can see it. Put this body clip in first. Put my ambient temperature harness all the way over, and I'm going to clip it. There's the clip. Put it right through the bracket. Go over here. Attach my fog lights or running driving lights. And I'll get a plastic tie and reattach that. I'm going to reassemble the front splash shield. Put this one up first. I'm going to put the center bolt in first. There's 5 total here. There we go. Doesn't help when the bumper's been crushed a little bit. There we go. Sweet.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.